to episode 4 of the Craft Workshop podcast. Yay! We're getting there, guys. If you've been watching the vlogs, you'll know I'm having a bit of an issue with regulating the heat in my workshop at the moment. So it's been touch and go where I was even going to film this. And on a serious note, I haven't really done much in terms of crafting because you'll probably be aware that in between the last podcast and this one, I had to go back to the UK, unfortunately, for my dad's funeral. He passed away in July, not from COVID, but he had a heart attack and yeah, he didn't make it. So I've been a little bit down in the dumps, but thanks to all you lovely people for your messages, your kind words, your thoughts. You know, it really meant a lot to me and my family. So we're okay. We're getting there, if there is such a thing. But anyway, I thought, well, it is 2 weeks now, 2 and a bit weeks since the last podcast. So I thought, you know what? It's a coolish day. Already prepared everything. I can show you some bits and pieces that I have been working on, and I've done a bit of shopping to cheer me up so I can share that stuff with you. And I've made myself a coffee. Oh, that's a little bit hot. So let's begin. Oh, if you're new, sorry, how rude of me. If you are new, my name is Dawn and I live in the Netherlands, just outside of Amsterdam. And very fortunate, I have my own workshop in my local art centre, and I'm surrounded by very creative, crafty, artistic people, which is great motivation for me. I do have a craft room, a very messy craft room in my house that I sometimes film from, but primarily this is like my getaway place. And I've been vlogging about my daily life in the Netherlands. I'm originally from Manchester in the UK, and I've been blogging for about a year and a half now. And because I am an avid crafter, I decided to put aside a separate podcast just to show everybody the crafty things I've been doing or I'm planning on doing. Typically the podcast goes out in a 2 to 3 week period, although it's only the 4th one. So I say typically, I'm still sort of getting my ropes together, so to speak. If you want to get hold of me, I always read all my comments. You can comment below. You can follow me on Instagram, actually, with Dawn's Days. And I have a really small, at the moment, crafting Facebook group. It's called Crafty World 1. If you want to join the group and share what you've been making and make new friends and get tips and ask for ideas from people. So all these links will be below, so don't worry if you've missed anything. Okay, I've tried to make some notes. I have my glasses. So what I think, I've tried to sort of put things in order, but I might go off on a tangent, and as some of you might know, I'm a bit prone to waffle. So I think I'll start. I have got a little bit of crochet to show you. Got some felt work. I can talk about some of my jewellery, and then I can go into the shopping. If you watch Ellie from Craft House Magic, she always calls that her confessions, which cracks me up every time she says it. But yeah, I suppose that these are my confessions now. Although I think Ellie's a lot worse than a lot of us at shopping for bits and bobs and goodies. Anyway, waffling again. Right, let's dive in. Okay, crochet. If you've been watching for a while, you'll know that I treated myself to the Peek-a-Pal amigurumi book, which I absolutely love. And the very first thing I did make was the otter, which I really enjoyed. And as a result, I've decided to move on to my next project. So I'm currently in the throes of making Bonnie puffing. I'll show you in a second, but I've made cheeks, beak, feet, legs, and I'm currently on this section here, so I'll show you now. I'm making mine in scapias Katona, which is very easy for me to get hold of here because it's a Dutch brand. What I will do, if you're interested in using the same colours as I am, I'll put all the colour numbers below in the description box. So I'm trying to sort of gather a few of the Frankenstein bits. The only colour I didn't have in the house, but I have since bought it, is this like coral colour for his little feet and legs. So this was in one of these like a little cotton fun pack of mini balls that I'd bought a long time ago. So I have since bought some Katona, but I like these, so I'm going to stick with these. And then I've made the little beak, which is super cute. And now I'm on the head, which I can show you. I'm just busy making up the pattern around the neck, I think. And I'm using these two colours, which is, this is like a gold, oh sorry, it's one of Daxter's hairs on there, which is my cat, very, very fluffy cat. I'm using like this golden mustard colour and white. And then for the face, I use like this off-white and then this greyish colour. It does look a bit brown on camera, but it's not. What to say about this? So I did find it quite easy to follow the pattern so far. I didn't have any issues with the otter either. Nothing complicated in terms of stitching at the moment. This is all worked in single crochet. The only thing I will say is I'm working this in a size 3.5. I don't know if you can beat that up on camera. 3.5mm hook. And because it's cotton, it's not as fibrous as yarn wool. So when I carried the yarn through, when I was doing the head, the face here, and I could see the grey through the creamish colour. So I actually, it's quite labour intensive, but I actually fastened off each end because I just didn't like that you could just see it poking through. I think if you did this in wool, in like an acrylic or some kind of more textured fibre, then I don't think you would have that problem. So that's how far I've got with him at the moment. Slow progress, but you know, I'm not moving backwards, that's the main thing. And then here, these are so cute. It's one of the little tiny cheeks. So cute. These peek-a-pow animals are so adorable. So that's the first crochet thing I've been working on. If you watched the last couple of podcasts and you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I finished my JC butterfly shawl, which I've yet to block. However, I'm missing sort of a nice like repeat pattern project. So what I decided to do, which I've been itching to do for ages, and I know many of you have also done this. Now, it's a bit controversial. It's become popular to call this pattern Call the Midwife because the blankets, the baby blankets, appeared in the show Call the Midwife, which is a British show. Not sure, I think it's based in the 50s, maybe 50s, 60s, about midwives. And it's like a little soap opera kind of thing. I haven't really watched it, to be honest with you. But I know this pattern has been around for a long, long time. Some people claim it's from the 80s. I've heard people say that, you know, they remember baby blankets from the 60s in this pattern. So anyway, for the sake of argument, we're going to call it Call the Midwife pattern. So I'm making, I'm hoping you can pick it up. I'm making, I don't know if it's too wide for a baby blanket. They're made in, if you can see, they're made in like these blocks. So I'm making mine 10 of these blocks along. And obviously because they're rectangular, if I do 10 deep, then it won't really be proportional. So I might carry on. I'll do the 10. I've already done, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deep, and I've worked this up in a couple of evenings. So if you want to have a go, I can recommend a pattern to you, although there's absolutely loads of YouTube tutorials for this. There's loads on Ravelry. There's loads of free patterns of this everywhere. But if you are a beginner and you fancy having a go at making this, as I said, it's a lovely, simple repeat. And it's worked in US terms, double crochets and singles. But this particular lady that I found, and I would recommend for beginners, she talks in UK terms. So I think in UK terms the US double is a triple crochet maybe. I only ever crochet in US terms, but anyway, it's not difficult to just make the mental switch. On YouTube, it's a lady, her channel is called Alison Russell's Crochet Channel, and it's called Midwife Shawl. And I can recommend her if you're a beginner. Her tutorial is very long-winded, but it's so detailed, so it's almost idiot proof really. You can't go wrong with it. So I did have a quick sort of look at Alison's channel and got it instantly. If you're interested in the yarn I'm using, I don't know how well this is showing up on camera. You might be noticing a theme, as in it's a very similar shade to my hut or cabinet behind me. Clearly I love turquoisey blues. In real life, if you can imagine, the Little Mermaid, Disney's The Little Mermaid, Ariel's tail. It's exactly Ariel's tail. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you're probably familiar with this brand from me because I'm a huge fan of it. This is by the company Alize, and it's in their Cotton Gold. Oops, it's not. There you go. And this is shade 601. This stuff is a dream to work with. It's beautiful. So as I said, it's working up very, very quickly. If you're interested, I'm working this in a 4mm hook. And you can, I think the smaller you go, the smaller the holes will be, and obviously the larger the hook, the larger the holes will be. Yeah, so I think I'm going to finish this in no time. I will do like a nice shell or scalloped edging, probably in a contrasting white colour maybe, or a shocking pink. I'm still deciding. This is a dream. I can see this going. This is going to be my sort of go-to mindless sit on the sofa crochet pattern. This and the JC butterfly shawl, although that is a lot more complicated than this one. If you're a beginner, this is going to be perfect for you. You'll love it. Yeah, as I said, I haven't blocked my shawl, so when I do block it, I will bring it to the workshop and I'll show you. Yeah, so that's it in terms of yarn stuff. I've not done any knitting. I have got stuff on the needles, but yeah, I haven't really done anything with it. So I am seeing a lot of stuff around at the moment. People are starting to make cowls and yeah, socks. Still not mastered socks, but anyway, baby steps. The other little thing I made is a really, really scrappy project. I like making things from felt, not felting, but making things from felt. I have done a couple of tutorials on like felt hearts, I think maybe, and maybe other things. So yeah, I can imagine I've got an abundance of felt all around the house. And I've been wanting to make myself a little scissor case. So I've, out of my head, I made a template. I can show you maybe from the back, it's a better idea. So this is the kind of shape I made, and then at the front as well, I've done like this scooped effect. So I've drawn it out on a piece of card, cut round it, stitched a little bit of this lacy scrappy ribbon that I had in, a couple of plastic poppers, a blanket stitched the edge, and then I made this rosette or embellishment months ago now from just scraps lying around in my fabric, in my craft room at home. And then, you know, I've got this little plastic popper on there, which I can't see now because I've taken my glasses off. Done it. So yeah, that's it. I fancy making a few more of these, maybe embroider them, I'm not sure, but I really wanted a little scissor case for when I'm travelling. So that was one of these really cute, fun, quick and simple makes to do. So hope you like that. I thought I'd just share that one with you. So jewellery wise, I have made some earrings, so I can show you them. These are actually my Etsy shop at the moment. Let's see how I'm going to do this. Oh yeah, I can hook it on my crochet hook to show you. So I've made these nice, these jade and gold dangly earrings. Really cute to make, really enjoyed them. All of my earrings I use real silver earring wires because I do have a metal allergy, so I always make things that I know I can wear myself, and I have been known to make several of the same design just so I can have a pair for myself. These are nice, these like turquoise chips, like gold accents on them, and then also following this yeah, like a marble stone, I'm not sure. I've got these white and gold ones. So I've really enjoyed making jewellery. I've not made jewellery for quite a while, so I figured, well, now I've got the workshop, I've got the space around me, so I should start doing more of that. So this is touching a little bit on the shopping, but I can move on to that. I did end up buying, I was visiting my neighbour, Monique, my neighbour in the workshop, in the art centre, and who is actually a jeweller. And we got talking, she was giving me some techniques. So I did end up buying from her, just take this out of the bag, some new pliers. She couldn't find the new ones of these, so I just took hers. And these are new. If you are interested in making jewellery, these round nose pliers are amazing. They make doing the little eyelets on wires super easy. You just literally bend them, and then these are very fine tipped, you see, like pincer ones. And if you do make jewellery, you tend to sort of use your pliers as an extension of your hands. You know, you're using both of them, maybe want to hold, maybe want to twist or pinch things. So treated myself to some new pliers. I do have an earring tutorial, and I'm pretty sure if you go to the main page of my YouTube channel, there is a section called playlists, and I do have a playlist tutorial, so you can watch everything I've done, and I'm pretty sure I've tagged most of them in that playlist. So I'll do a double check before I publish this podcast. So I've been doing earrings. Yeah, so that's all the things I've been making. But I can show you what I've been buying if you're interested. And I've got some future makes that I want to do. So getting back to being in the UK, of course, being in the UK, I could not resist finding a little bit of time to shop. So I did, I treated myself to a visit to a fabric shop that I used to shop in many years ago called Abcan, and I understand there's 3 or 4 of them now. There used to just be the one in Manchester. It's right in the centre of Manchester in the old garment district, which is very nice. I did quickly show you on one of the vlogs, but so I haven't brought all the fabric in, but I've cut out this beautiful like canvas cotton that I'm going to be making drawstring bags from. So I was super happy with that. I'm itching to get sewing on that. I can show you, I have got a stack of things cut out. Talking of cutting out, I did treat myself to, not in Manchester, but I bought this online, a huge new self-healing cutting mat. So it's too big to pick up, but I will insert a picture of it now. So you can see that's now permanently living in the workshop. Yeah, so I'm digressing. So the other thing I bought from Abcan, from the fabric shop, is this beautiful yellow fabric, and there's nothing on the selvage to tell me what it is, but I thought it was like a rayon. I I can show you though. It's very drapey, floaty, and it's like this nice gold yellow with these little coral flowers on it. So I've been wanting, sorry, my t-shirt keeps riding down, too much boob on show. I've been wanting to make a nice wrap dress for myself for ages, and I have got a pattern that I bought. I think it was Simplicity, and I chose the wrong fabric for it, and it was with like a raglan sleeve, and that's more suited for like a jersey or a knitted fabric. So that was a complete disaster, and I kept losing pieces of the pattern and the instructions. So okay, talking about what else I bought in the UK, I treated myself to a couple of magazines, which I do every single time I visit the UK. Wasn't impressed with the crochet magazines this time, although I was looking for inside crochet and I couldn't find that. So I've bought these magazines a couple of times. This is Simply Sewing, and this one did come with the free pattern. It came with this gorgeous maxi dress, which goes all the way from a UK 8 to 22, or which is a US 6 to 20, or a European 36 to 50. So the range on this is huge, which is great. And every time I've bought this, I have had a free pattern, so it seems to be a regular thing that you get at least one pattern in there. And as well as patterns, they also give you tips for things. So I can just show you the contents of this. So these like soft furnishings, toys, garments, etc. So I have had a look through it, and it's very, very nice. And I keep all my magazines. They're actually at the craft room at home, because I like to, I don't know, sometimes I go up there, you know, for a couple of hours with a glass of wine or a coffee, and I just flick through magazines, old, like really old back issues of things, and it's amazing how much inspiration you get from them. Okay, so the other thing I got is Love Sewing. Now this is also a great magazine, and you always get several patterns in this. And the reason I was particularly pleased with that is I've got this nice wrap dress in there. So, which is, I think it's a Vogue pattern. Yeah. And there's different variations of it. You can see you can do long or short sleeves, with a collar, without. I'm thinking of this in this fabric. So that's the goal. But not only did you get this nice pattern for a wrap dress, you get this nice, don't know, like a tunic dress, which is lovely. This would look nice as like a nice floaty cotton as a beat cover up even, or a nice black linen. So, and then the other thing is you've got like a t-shirt or vest pattern, McCall's one. I think it's really, really good value for money. And this, I prefer this one to Simply Sewing, if I'm very honest with you. I tend to get a bit more variety in it. I can show you what's in that issue. There's the tunic dress, the wrap dress. This has got a bit of quilting. They have nice adverts for buying fabrics. They have tips. Yeah. They also have patterns, PDF patterns, so they'll give links to where you can buy things from. So I think, not sure when, but I think I'm going to have a go at this one next. It's going to be my next garment sewing project. Okay, so in terms of equipment, the other thing I bought when I was shopping online. Now I bought this from, okay, so in Holland, they do love to online shop, but for some reason they sort of tend to stick to their Dutch equivalent of things. So eBay has never took off over here. However, there's a company called Marktplaats, which is exactly the same principle as eBay. It's nothing to do with each other. They're not owned by eBay, which the Dutch love. And they've only recently developed an Amazon.nl site. because occasionally I would order from Amazon Germany, but I still use my Amazon account for the UK. However, the Dutch equivalent of an Amazon kind of shopping experience is bol.com. So the cutting mat, which I've shown you in the photo, and this is from bol.com. But if you're interested, if you can see, it's by Olaf or Olfa is the brand, and it's actually a quilting ruler. And incidentally, this is exactly 30 by 30, which is more or less the measurement of my drawstring bags. So I've got a nice ruler with all the different angles on it, but it's also a no-brainer chopping for the bag. So super thrilled with that. I went to the haberdashery store on the market the other day. I mentioned that in the vlog. And the other thing I bought, so talking about the cutting mat and the ruler, one of the things I really recommend if you need to do a lot of cutting out is get yourself a rotary cutter. And I've got this, which I bought from a craft fair many years ago, and all I do is I just keep replacing the blade on it. I don't even know what the brand is called. It just says Roll Schneider, which it translates as rotary cutter. So I don't even know. No, there's no brand on this at all, but it's a 4.5mm. This one's nice in that it's got a guard on it, so when you're not using it, you can put that little plastic guard around it, because if you've got a sharp cutter, these will cut you to the bone in seconds. So they're a bit scary to use, but once you've started using them, I cannot recommend these enough. If there's a few things in your sewing toolkit that you need, one of them is this rotary cutter. So I treated myself to some new blades because I've got a new mat, and I bought new fabric to make zipper pouches and drawstring bags. And then the other thing that I really needed is some new dressmaking scissors, because mine are ancient. So I have treated myself to this these scissors. I'm not sure if it might be a German brand, but I think they're called either Prim or Prime. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I'm not gonna lie, they were at €30, so for scissors it's a little bit pricey, considering that my others were all, I think, less than €10. But this is a really good brand of scissors, and it's worthwhile paying a bit more for a better quality, you know, especially if you're doing garment cutting out. And I've gone for these angled ones, so you can see, which are much better for fabric cutting, in my opinion. Never ever use your dressmaking scissors for cutting out your paper patterns or anything. You have to be really strict. As you can imagine, I've got many pairs of scissors. I've even got my Irish Nana's dressmaking scissors, which they wouldn't even chop a carrot, they're that blunt. But I won't throw them away because they're precious to me. But yeah, it's worth, oh, it says made in Japan. Anyway, it's worth investing in them. So yeah, I seem to have been having a bit of a choppy theme. So going with the choppy theme, I actually treated myself to a punch. Getting that, chopping, snipping, knipping, as the Dutch say. This is actually a label punch. You can do 3 sizes in it, and it only punches the top part of the label, and then you obviously have to chop off the length however much you want. So you just literally put the strip in there and plop. What's nice about this is it embosses the little circle bit through it. The reason I bought this, this is from Amazon actually, amazon.co.uk. The reason I bought this is I actually like to, I hang my earrings on these little like luggage labels, and for some reason they're quite difficult to find in Holland, and I could order them online, but I thought, you know what, I can just get my own punch, and then I'm never going to run out, and I've got 3 different sizes here. So that was another thing that I treated myself to. What else. So I think that's all the sort of chopping and cutting out things. So I can tell you some things that, oh, one more thing on the sewing front. This is a future project. I was inspired, I'll show you, by I think it was Simply Sewing. There was there's a pattern to make this really cute fabric pig, and a long time ago I bought this beautiful like teddy bear fabric. So it's not fake fur, but it's like a little bit curly, and I've been looking everywhere for a nice simple teddy bear pattern to have a go at it. Anyway, so I was looking online, and then I came across this lady, Joy Kelly. She's got, and stupidly I have not got a finished picture of the teddy bear, but she's got this free downloadable, it's called Joyful Bear. So I don't know how well you can see that. As I said, there will be links below. And then this is all PDF, and it's got all the pattern pieces. So I've printed myself a copy of that. And yeah, I'm gonna be in the next couple of months having a go at making a teddy bear, because I've been itching to use this fabric. I forgot to bring it with me to the workshop today, but no doubt you'll be seeing that in future podcasts. Okay, the other thing that I did treat myself to, if you watch Ali from her channel was Little Drops of Wonderful, she's done amazing vlogs, or daily vlogs actually, all through lockdown. But she also does a podcast, a crafty podcast, and she's very, very creative. But she also has her own pins, and she posted on her Instagram that she had a batch of what she called dodgy pins, you know, where she wasn't quite happy with the enamel or the lettering, or so she offered them at a reduced price. And I said to Ali, you know what, I want a dodgy pin. I'm the kind of person that I go to the supermarket and I feel sorry for the lumpy fruit and vegetables, and I have to buy them. So I went on to Ali's shop at her Etsy store, and bought myself one of her pins. I don't think they're that dodgy actually, but and Ali kindly sent me a couple, so she's ever so sweet. So I can show you her pin. It says, "You are a little drop of wonderful." That's so cute. So I've got a couple of them because she knows I'm the keeper of dodgy things. I'll give them a good home. Sorry, I had to take a massive gulp of my coffee. It's starting to get very hot in this workshop, but I'm almost done. So as well as the little pins, Ali sent me a Yorkshire tea. I didn't have the heart to tell her that I don't drink tea as such, but both my boys are partial to a good cup of tea, so they're gonna probably share a tea bag or fight over that one. And then I'm not sure if she does this in all her orders. Ali's favourite colour is yellow, and her username on all her social media platforms is Starry-Eyed Ali. So she's made this gorgeous yellow paper star. Isn't that lovely, that? So I'll keep that. And then also, I'm not going to read this to you, but she sent me a lovely card with beautiful note on it, because Ali lost her dad a few years ago, and we've had a few sort of exchanges, a few little chats about how you know, crafting has been it's very therapeutic in times of, you know, stress and anxiety. And, you know, I had shared that my dad had passed away, so she wrote me a lovely card. But anyway, I won't share it with you because it's personal to me, but I thought it was so nice. So thank you. I don't think Ali watches the channel because I think she's got a gazillion people all wanting her to watch her channel. But anyway, okay, one more thing, craft related. I look so excited about this. So many of you will know that one of my lovely friends, Alize from Les Petits Saints Crochet, who is, so let me see, Alize has her own blog, YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. And I've been like Instagram friends with Alize since her account was quite early in the beginning, I think. And you know, when you just sort of, you connect with people. And then I started my YouTube channel and she started doing hers. And, you know, it's one of these, we often have like, you know, long waffly chit chats on our Instagram, and I'm hoping one day we'll get to meet. But anyway, I digress. I do, even though we haven't like physically met in person, I do class her as a friend. She's been such an amazing support to me. I'm not, you know, in my personal, but it's the crafty stuff as well, but very much in my personal life. Anyway, so Alize sent me a message asking if I would review a printable, like a planner. Yeah, I think that's the right word, that she'd been working on. And so she sent it me, and I did a little sort of testimonial for it, and it's amazing. So I'll show you, I'm not going to show you everything because it's a paid for pattern, but I'm going to, so I'll show you, it's called Honey, Get Control of Your Whips. And this is mine that I've printed and written on. So it's only the first page, but I've scribbled on it. And basically, she's put together a whole sort of checklist and walkthrough of, you know, how to sort of condense all your whips that you're working on, and then how to sort of work out, is it something, are you missing something to finish it? Is this something that you thought was a good idea at the time and you don't want to continue with it? And if you don't want to continue with it, suggestions on what you can do with your, say, I don't know, say you've knitted something, you don't want to do it, and then one of the suggestions is you can frog it and, you know, donate the yarn or something else. Or, so the whole process is so clever. I'm not just saying this because I'm a, you know, I love Alize, it's a big fan, but it's so in case you're not familiar with Alize, she's homeschooled all 4 of her children, and you can see how methodical and how structured and how good she is at writing through processes. And because she's an avid crafter, she's an amazing crocheter and knitter, amongst other things. So you can see she's sort of transferring her teaching abilities and how it sort of crosses over into a crafting skill. So it is a paid for printable that you can get from her website. And she does have a little YouTube vlog explaining, you know, how she came up with the idea and what the content of it is. And it is paid for. It's a couple of dollars. And the reason that she's asking for payment is research has shown that if you pay something, even if it's a nominal amount, you're more likely to use it. So she's not making millions of this, don't get me wrong by any stretch, but it's a conscious decision to ask people to buy it because she really wants you to use it. So as a result, I have used it, and I have got rid of one of my whips that's been plaguing me. I'm not sure if you remember, I started making a chevron blanket, and then I frogged it, and then I turned that yarn into a waffle stitch blanket, and I don't know what it is, I've just not enjoyed working on it. So as a result, I frogged that, and that's what sort of pushed me in the direction to have a go at making the Call the Midwife blanket, because I didn't want to make a chevron blanket. I didn't want to make a waffle stitch blanket. I don't even know what possessed me to do it, but I really, really wanted to make a Call the Midwife blanket. So I cannot recommend this enough. It's so clever. It's also beautiful, you know, the aesthetics of it. So if you want to get your works in progress under control, I cannot recommend this enough. Okay, one more thing I did buy. Not crafty, but because I vlog, I have been an avid YouTube fan for years. In fact, I think I actually had a YouTube account in 2014 that I set up for the kids to spy on them. It's not this account, it's full of all the kids' Minecraft and gaming rubbish. But anyway, I still have that for guilty pleasures, shall we say. But anyway, one of the big YouTubers from the UK that I love, she used to have a channel called Sprinkle of Glitter, and she's dropped that channel now, but you can imagine it was a lot of crafting, and now she just has a vlog channel, which is Louise Pentland. And Louise is all the last I don't know how long, 3 years or so, she's got into doing other things outside of vlogging. Like she wants to do mainstream media, so she's appearing on TV shows, she's involved in charities, blah 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 blah. Anyway, she's written a book, several books, but she's written a series of books, and I've read every one. It's my summer read, and we're not going on holiday this year, but I thought, you know what, I've been waiting. I like to buy paperbacks, because I don't mind getting them wet by the pool and getting some cream on them, a bit of sand in them, and then you know, I'm happy to sort of pass them on to a girlfriend to read, or sometimes my mum. So this, I've treated myself to, this came out last year I think, or earlier this year, the hardback, but I really wanted the paperback, so it's out now, and it's the finale, I think. It's a trilogy about a character called Robin Wilde, and then this one is called Wild Women. So if you want one of these funny, I don't know what you call them, like chitlets, really funny, you know, sit by a pool, sit in the garden, sit on the beach, lie on the sofa, lie in bed, you know, one of these sort of non-thinking, funny, humorous, heartwarming, bit teary in places kind of books. I recommend Louise Pentland. I'm a big fan of hers anyway in terms of YouTube, so can't recommend this enough. So I'm itching to get stuck into that. This is my summary. I normally buy like 3 or 4 books to take on holiday. I've only got one because I'm probably on holiday. Anyway, I think that's it in terms of my what I've bought. Oh, one thing I'm going to mention. If you follow me or Jeanette from Crafty Creations on Instagram, you'll know that we've been running a make-along. It's called Yarn Bird MAL 2020 or Yarn Bird MAL 2020, and the rule is to make any kind of bird you want as long as it's from yarn, and it could be crochet, knitted, pom-pom, I don't know, woven, whatever you want, as long as it's yarn. And if you use that hashtag and you enter your bird on Instagram, sorry, then Jeanette and I, at the end of July or the beginning of August, we said we'd award a prize. I'll make a prize, Jeanette will make a prize for the best effort. And to be honest with you, everything we've seen has been the best effort. It's amazing. The entries that are on there already have just blown us away. We've loved what, you know, seeing what everybody's made, and also the little stories that have come with some of them. And so it's going to be done completely fairly and randomly. We're just going to do like a random draw, and hopefully pick 2 names, and you know, whoever will get a little prize. But it's also been the pleasure of seeing what everybody's done, and you know, people are commenting on each other's, and you know, it's sort of, I don't know, bringing your community of yarny lovers together. So even if you don't want to make a bird, but you're interested in like fibre art, if you like, go and check the hashtag out and have a look through them all and give them a like, you know, maybe say something that, oh, they're so inventive. You guys just blow me away with what you can do. I mean, some of these birds are works of art, and some of them are like, oh, so cute, and some of them are like really funny. You know, it's a little bit of everything there for everybody. So really enjoying that. Jeanette and I were chatting online the other day about it, and we were like, how would you even pick, you know, 10 of the best? They're all amazing. Jeanette said, I want to give everybody a prize. Okay, I think that's everything. So as I mentioned before, there are a couple of things in my Etsy shop. So the earrings are all in there. There's a couple of drawstring bags. There's a couple of zipper pouches. As soon as I've finished sewing these things up, they'll be in the Etsy shop. And I think that's all I've got to say. So yeah, don't know how long I've been running for. 45 minutes. Ooh. Hopefully there's a few bloopers in there I can kick out, so we'll shave you down a little bit. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget, everything I've mentioned, I don't do sort of timestamps on things. Sorry, I'm not that good with my editing, but I will list any links or names of things if you're interested. Have a look below. If you want to say hello, if you want to say what you've been working on or what you're planning to do, or any tips, tricks, not just for me but for everybody, please all go and read comments. and share. And yeah, thanks for joining, and hopefully I'll see you in the next podcast, which fingers crossed is in another 2 to 3 weeks, although I have got a couple of weeks off work, so I'm not sure if what my plans are, so it could be a while in between. But anyway, if you just want to see what I've been up to on a daily basis, you can go and check the vlogs out, and yeah, come with me shopping, moaning at the kids, doing my laundry, all that general boring housewife stuff. Okay, thanks for tuning in. See you in the next vlog. Bye.